Mount City in 5, Macaulay Catholic in 6, North Shelby in 7th, and then North Andrew in 8th. Osceola runs a 45.6 yesterday, Mount City a 45.7. So a little bit of a tight mix here. Once again, we're seeing some great times from the prelims yesterday, carrying over to the finals today. And they're still talking about it down on the far side here. They haven't called the teams to the blocks just yet because I think they're still having a discussion about what took place. Maybe, and I agree with you, right here in the corner in the third exchange.
That's right. It looks like they've released the Class 2 boys teams from the finish line, so they've determined what the judgment's going to be there. It looks like Cleveland may have switched up their order a little bit. I think it was Michael Wells running on the backstretch from what I can tell.
Oh, okay.
That's perfectly within.
Which you could do that. I mean, we're just, what we're seeing on, on our track stuff here on our laptops is, who's in it. But technically, most coaches will list it 1, 2, 3, 4 who's going to do it. But they have every right, depending upon weather, depending upon maybe certain matchups too. Sure. I mean, you kind of want to place guys where you think that they're going to go. So it's hard for us to be able to make that determination.
Absolutely. You're allowed to put 6 names on each relay.
Absolutely,
and run any 4 of them as long as they don't compete in more than 4 events this day. So their coach looks like he made a decision, and it worked out really well as they won in dominating fashion in that race.
Absolutely. Is now they've got them ready to go to the blocks in the 4x1 for Class 1. Girls 400 meters will be next, so we're coming very close to the halfway point of the meet here. Some of the field events have been finished up as well, the first wave, so we'll get you caught up on all of those. Also, remind everybody, we'll be here next weekend for the big schools. I know today there are a lot of places around the state of Missouri, a lot of sectional action going on in Class 3 and 4, and some of the big names that we're going to see next week, Chris. I mean, we were kidding, both of us being from the St. Louis side, we were kidding about the Suburban North District basically being the go-to district as we're underway. We'll talk about that here in a second in the 4x100 in Class 1. Watch the middle of the track. We want to check out Osceola and Mount City as we come down, and getting a good handoff is going to be Mount City. Osceola just chasing a little bit. Mount City looking to keep composure, and they sure do in the handoff over in lane 4. Coming around in lane 5, it's going to be Mount City and Osceola in 4 and 5, and that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to Mount City. It's going to come down to Osceola. And what a great head-to-head matchup. It looks like in lane number 4, holding on, it's going to be Osceola. But what a great matchup. But you got to give Shane Summer, the junior, the anchor leg, it looks like, for Osceola, a lot of props. He held on to get the victory for Osceola.
It's a great race, a great job by the anchor there to hold off the field. He had everybody looking at him, everybody chasing him, and he held off and made that great exchange stand up for his team in their state championship.
Tight grouping, tight matchup. Great anchor legs by both. You got a little bit of credit to Spencer Staples for Mount City in that number 4 slot. A veteran team, Osceola 45.6, Mount City 45.8. Coming in third place, it will be Macaulay, 45.9. Doesn't get any better when your top 3 teams are within 4/10.
Right, that's a